Okay, so the scene starts off with us seeing an old beaten up Logan trying to get some sleep in his car. Brody was up all night partying at the club like these. Him and Drewski are never at the crib. He about 45 chilling with college kids talking about some 6'7". Bro, get a job. But he gets woken up by some randoms trying to rub the rims off his car and they gon' shoot him with zero hesitation. Dog, you're the one trying to do the robbing. What did he do to you? I thought the YNs were the crazy ones. We got the millennials trying to make a comeback. They gonna be trying to make a vid, take 5 seconds to speak. Nigga, sit down. But of course Logan gets back up, tries to pull out his claws, but he just can't get it up. Hey, don't be embarrassed, gang. It happens to the best of us in the most crucial moments. But they start to squabble and that boy Logan is not what he used to be. Brody is getting straight mollywopped. Back in his day when Duke Dennis was chilling on the blocks with Rosa Parks, he would have taken these guys out with ease. But he finally locks in, give me your arm, block through the chin, and the next guy got it the worst on hit bro with a 6-piece combo. Had Brody laughing the hardest in the back after Logan got shot, had to get his get back somehow. He then hits one in the head. We cut his face open and the last couple guys hit the dash. They don't pick the wrong one to rob today. Pick one of the only mutants in the world left. That boy Logan was itching to violate someone again. That's how niggas be after getting their first pole. Just be itching at the next, tweaking, waiting for someone to test them. But he gets back in his V and turns out Brody is now a chauffeur driving a bunch of people around. He got a whole bride on her bachelorette party in the back seat showing her carcass. Hey, it's an evil world we live in. He then takes the next person to a funeral and he's over here aura farming in the back of a funeral. Niggas really be doing anything to look cool. Could at least show some remorse. That boy got a bottle of LeBron Hennessy on his side. He trying to get as many LeBron cells as possible. Saw what it did to Bronny. He said he gon' need some of that. But as he's chilling, some lady pulls up on him, saying that he's the only one that can help her. Logan couldn't get any less, telling her to leave him alone. Brody is the opposite of a good Samaritan. If there's no money involved, he will do anything in his power not to help you. This is crazy. So she drives off with a kid in the back just staring Brody down, and we cut to bro getting some class A's from a nurse. Dog, ain't this the exact opposite of your job? Brody out here creating patience. He needs that paycheck. Been saving up to buy that new 2K26 just to get scammed by Ronnie and Mike Wang for the 6th game in a row. He talking about some, I guess I'll just buy the games again. But Logan then gets back in the V and some random pulls up in the back of the car asking if Gabriella has found him yet.
Yo, who the fuck is this nigga?
But that boy Logan absolutely confused. Got some random in the back of his car speaking like he's the one who slammed out all my ancestors. Bro, get out. But Brody leaves his card saying that Logan should call if he finds his Gabriella, and we cut to Logan pulling up back to the crib in Mexico to see the homie Caliban. Brody's a cousin of Tobias as well. He gon' see a black person start talking like he's part of the 3Ks, and bro, who wrote this script? Brody was having the time of his life. But Logan goes to give Charles his dose of meds and that boy is tweaking, saying that he's communicating with someone. It's sad to say, but he's got a brain disease and it's in one of the most dangerous brains in the world. He starts to tweak again and everyone in the vicinity is tweaking as well. That boy Caliban was just trying to make a sandwich. Got bro shaking like guys trying to talk to a 10 out of 10. At that point you just got up the pole. But Logan manages to hit bro with his meds, stopping the attack, lifts him up, putting him on the bed and tells him to take his pills, and just peep what he says.
You leave me alone with that fucking albino.
This is crazy enough, but if you just change one word in it, it sounds even worse.
You leave me alone with that fucking albino.
And this might as well be what he said. Brody's just black but white. This is crazy. We then fast forward to later that night as Logan and Caliban are talking, and we find out that Logan has an adamantium bullet on him. He was thinking about taking himself out. And to any of you people watching right now that may be thinking the same thing, by the words of Black Boy Max, don't do it, bro. But on a real, find Jesus, he can help you. I'm being so dead ass. But Logan leaves going back to work and he gets a call for a pickup at a motel, just for it to be Gabriella, the same lady from the funeral, and she tells him to take both her and the kids across to Canada. Of course Logan doesn't want to do it. I'll give you 50k. I ain't ever seen a quicker turnaround in my life. Heard 50k and said, hey, that's a great idea. I'm with that. Niggas really be doing anything for that paycheck.
Would you get necked off a man for 10 mil?
Yes! Oh, hell no.
But the kid Laura ends up breaking a window with the ball she's bouncing, and we got Ice Spice in the next 30 years pulling up to put the beats on her. Gabriella tries to help getting knocked to the floor and just peep what Logan says.
Get your fat ass back in your office. She'll get you.
Got Shorty hitting the universal English teacher move. Cardigan is really part of their attachments. Like a nigga spamming the word crash out in every scenario, these teachers be spamming this move. Logan then takes her back into her room, and the way the kid was looking at the owner here, I really thought she was about to slime her out right there and then. But they get into the room, she gives him 20k and says he'll get the other 30 when they make it to North Dakota to cross over to Canada. They really trying to chill with the niggas with the worst accent on the planet, talking like they have a pool stick up their ass and they love to cat us man from the UK. Get a load of these guys. So Logan decides to help them, going back to the crib real quick to say goodbye to Charles and Caliban, pulls back up to the spot just to see that Shorty is already cooked. And Logan, yeah bro couldn't care less, he goes straight for where she pulled out the cash last time, trying to find some more just to find her phone. Brody was mad as hell, he done already spent the 20k he got on VC for 2k26 just to get scammed out his money, spent 20k just to get to 85 overall. F Ronnie and F Mike Wang. So he pulls back up to the crib after just saying he was gonna leave. Guys be doing the same thing after swearing they gonna leave their goal. 2 days later they is back at the front doorstep like these. But he goes inside and Caliban ends up finding a backpack and ball inside the boot, the same one that Laura was hitting straight home runs with. And as soon as this happens, Brody from back in the V pulls up saying that he needs the girl. But out of nowhere he gets hit with a metal pipe to the head, and it's the goal from earlier. And hey, the aim is beautiful. Know a couple guys who would have hit one of these, straight stormtrooper aim. Charles then pulls up saying that this is Laura, the one that he's been communicating with in his head. She takes her bag back and dog, what's with the attitude? Looked at bro like he's the one that slimed out her mom. What'd he say F me for? Charles then starts to take her inside, and she really got smoked for everyone for no reason. Stared at Caliban like she's about to smoke him as well. Hands are rated E for everyone, even Darth Vader. So Logan tells Caliban to take bro out into the desert and dump him, and we cut inside to see her eating the best cereal on the planet. And that boy Charles got the worst Spanish of all time. Brody was just spamming C. Nigga got a 2-year streak on Duolingo, ain't learned a single thing. Only thing he knows how to say is Donde esta biblioteca. Logan then pulls up and Charles says to him that Shorty from earlier is actually not her mother and Laura is actually a mutant. But we pan over to Caliban dumping the body. He turns around for 2 seconds and yeah, he's cooked, hitting one of these behind the mask. And Donald is over here hitting him with straight slurs.
You're fucked now, mutie.
Hard M is crazy. But Logan then peeps them pulling up, grabs Charles telling Laura to stay here and puts bro in the V, driving off without her. Brody couldn't give a flying toss about that little goal. Got Charles in the back telling him not to leave her. We do not care. He then starts to whip the V around, but bro is not like that. This be the same guys on the first day of getting their license, start whipping around thinking they baby driver just to end up like these. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. So he gets surrounded, hopping out the V, asking where Caliban is, and bro says he don't put him in the same ditch he was gonna leave him in. That boy Logan tried to do something, but damn, McQueen is fading. Brody is washed now. He got put down within seconds. This be the same old heads trying to compete with the youngins. Nigga about 95 talking about some, let me show y'all what move from back in my day. Gramps, no! But Donald then sends his goons to go in and get Laura, and she's really just chilling there, watching them on cameras pull up while she's eating her cereal. That's how you know she's a problem off the jump, cause they pull up on her and she's still eating, and we don't even get to see what happens. All we hear is the screams of pain and despair from outside. Them boys screaming like niggas after hearing what their daughter be doing. I'm crying, I don't know why she would tell him this. But Laura then comes out the building carrying Brody's head, rolling it in front of them. Nigga what? P Brody in the back, he did not sign up for this. All he heard was that they were gonna get to see Kamala's new BBL. This is not what he expected. But she then starts to walk all of them down, and that boy Donald is absolutely shook. He knows she's about to slime out every single one of them in a second. She's been looking to grab that circle chain for a minute now, and she pulls out a claws. What? Throw the bag, one to the leg, sliced the face, and took Brody's future kids out. I didn't do nothing to you. She then grabs her bag again, hitting the dash, and the aim is horrendous. They must be hiring straight bums for this job. Brody got an SMG, ain't hit a single shot. This is trash. They then start to chase her through the building and she's over here hitting stealth takedowns, stabbing the chest and peep the target switch. Hit her with a spin move, took off half the gun and it's GG's. Hits another stealth takedown on Brody over here and hits a slide cancel out the building. She's really out here beating on grown men. Had these guys looking like they should be in a dressing tiara. This is crazy. She then pulls up outside, gets grabbed, kicked to the nuts and hits her with the Black Widow, absolutely violating him. But Donald pulls up, hitting her with a harpoon to the chest. This is crazy. They really using Fortnite weapons on a kid. They then tried to cuff her just for the goal to pull back up, putting in that work. Peep the weave into a block attack at the same time. Old man still got it. He then grabs him, blocking the shot with his body, and as Laura's getting taken away, she gon' pull out another blade from her feet, hitting Brody over here with a career-ending injury. And how do you even get your foot up there? I know she be cleaning her shoes like these. J's are straight spotless 24/7. She then flips them off and she really is just so clean. I ain't watched a lot of X-Men movies, so I don't even know if we've ever seen Wolverine do something like this. But let me know in the comments just in case I'm wrong, cause right now I ain't gonna lie, she's cooking more than him. But the goons then starts to go after Charles and Logan pulls up straight cooking them. Claw to the mouth is insane. He then hops in the V driving off, pulls up on Laura straight frying and almost runs her over. Dog, if she wasn't nice this would have been over. He then drives off trying to run through a fence with a car that goes max 40 miles per hour. You stupid. So he hits a reverse, bringing the gate with him, and I ain't gonna lie, that boy Logan is straight whipping it. Doing all this backwards is insane. He switches back, drives through the gate, but they is on their ass. Give me that shit, nigga. Logan takes out the other and claw to the face is crazy. They then pull up next to the train and Logan just about cuts in front of it, getting over to the other side, putting a never-ending train in between them. That boy Donald staring at them through the train like these. Brody ain't gonna do nothing. He was putting up straight Kyle Kuzma numbers this whole fight.
Y'all are trash, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash.
So Logan and the squad leave and Donald done brought in Caliban. He done capped about murking him and he tells him to track Logan and Laura, otherwise they gon' burn him alive. Brody's about 50% Discord mod. He can't stay in the light for too long. He gon' start to burn up. Logan and Charles then start to watch the vid on Gabriella's stolen phone, and these kids were actually created in a lab, being born through Mexican women, and their fathers are in small plastic tubes. They were born there and have never left, never seen the sun or the ocean. They gon' come out looking like Aaron and the Survey Corps. So now that's you. My boy Ruby done made a guest appearance. Went from here straight to seeing Monse crying like she's constipated. This is crazy. But the phone then dies and Charles tells Logan that Laura is his daughter. Brody upped and left in an instant. Like a black man in the 21st century, bro is not trying to claim his kid. He got about 5 others around. He running from all of them like these. Nigga is the greatest deadbeat to ever live. But he then pulls up on Laura as she's tweaking, trying to get the host to work again, goes inside to help Charles pee, and Laura's over here stealing from the store.
Oh, he's stealing! He's stealing!
The clerk pulls up on her just to get done dirty. Brody was just trying to do his job, almost got turned into a victim. Luckily, Logan pulled up, stopping her just to rob him anyways. Brody's going 0 for 2 today. Got smoked by a 10-year-old and robbed by a 70. Got a worse life than Invincible. But Logan then finishes off the video later that day, and the lab started to work on something that's a bit better than the kids. X-24. He got a Bluetooth speaker and Apple CarPlay installed. What more could you ask for? So they decided to close the program and murk all the kids. Luckily, all the nurses snuck out a bunch of them and are now trying to get to a place called Eden, a safe haven for mutants which is across the border at North Dakota. And she ends off the vid saying that Laura is Logan's child. That boy's still not trying to believe. This like showing your homeboy a vid of his girl explicitly cheating. He talking about some, you don't know her like I do. Dog, come to your senses. But the squad then pull up to Vegas to chill for the night. They get into the casino and Brody's over here celebrating after winning a whopping $10 back after betting his entire house. He trying to use inspirational quotes, talking about some keep digging till you find diamonds. He found about 3 blocks of coal and some lava. Nigga, stop digging. They even buy some new clothes heading up to the rim. We fast forward to the next day and Logan dips out to go get them a new whip. That boy looking at everything but the cheap cars.
Hey, y'all got any Hellcats in here? I got 500, take it or leave it.
But he ends up sailing on this truck, and as he's at the bar getting something to drink and read a comic book from Laura, he ends up finding out that this Eden place was from an X-Men comic book. Shorty was really out here selling dreams, straight delusional. Keeping a secret like that is crazy. She basically told this nigga to drive to fantasy land. This like trying to go to a Diddy party that isn't a freak off. But Ron, Diddy parties are always freak offs. Exhibit A. So he pulls up back to the hotel to tell them this, but Donald and his squad done already found them. That boy Caliban in the back of the truck tracking them like these. Logan tries to get back to the room, but out of nowhere Charles starts to have another attack. Got everyone in the hotel, casino, and even outside tweaking. They is all frozen in time. That boy Paulo Betrayal wishes he had the same ability, but Logan makes it upstairs to the room just to see that the goons done made it there already. Brody at the door knew his end was coming, couldn't do nothing about it, and now it makes sense. While Charles had an attack, he low-key had to, cause peep where the guns are aiming. Bro would have been straight beamed, all his shield cracked. Pause. Bro, I can't even use that word anymore. I used to spam it back in the Fortnite days. Now it sounds like I'm just a zesty fester. But Logan slimes out all the guards in the room. Laura passes him the meds and he gives it to Charles, stopping the attack. So many people in that building probably got murked right there, I can't even lie. Pete Brody on the floor, yeah, he's cooked. But they then hop in the V, hitting the dash out the area, and we fast forward to the main man of this whole operation, Dr. Rice, talking to Caliban, and he may just be top 5 gaslighters. Bro's using that ancient technique he learned from the Tibetan monks to gaslight bro into helping him. These the same monks that taught Batman astral projection. I don't even know how this is possible, dog. Who are these monks? But we cut to the squad on the road, and these lorry niggas really be the worst drivers, talking about some
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
So they make Logan drive onto the other side of the road, and another lorry pushes a different car off the road. Bro, do all these niggas share one brain cell or something? Cause dog, how can you be this bad at driving? But Logan manages to stop their V and looks over to the other side of the street to see that the other car that got sent off the road has now had their horses released. So they pull up to help them, with Charles using his powers to calm the horse. Logan pushes the car out the ditch, and this may just be the only black people in any movie I've ever seen do this. They gon' invite them to have a meal at their house. Give me that. Bro, this is horror movie 101, and never invite no random to your crib. They dip out 30 seconds of labor. Dog, no! And let's just say it did not go well for them. Anyways, they pull up to the crib having dinner that night like one big happy family, laughing and everything, talking about how Logan used to go to Charles' school. They finish eating, getting ready to leave, and I ain't gonna lie, I can't even hate on this. This family is just very nice, allowing them to stay the night at their crib cause the nearest hotel or motel is 2 hours away. So they get ready for bed, and out of nowhere the water goes off. Apparently there's some guys who turn off the water at the station just to be annoying. Niggas really have no lives. Just how they look at the station after turning off the water. Highest level of rage bait. So Logan and the dad go in their mile-and-a-half hike to the station. Brody came here to rest, he's now gotta do straight hard labor. This how it be when your dad asks you for 2 seconds of your time to help. Bro gonna have you out there doing 15 hours of unpaid labor. Scam and get scammed. But we then cut to Laura pulling up on Geo Smooth, and bro got trophies for breakaway roping, bail racing, and pole bending. The whitewashing is insane. Brody a black cowboy, this is crazy. And just by the sports he was out there naming, I can already tell that this man loves the snow. All he does is play in it. He gonna see the snow at the function and be like, I wish I could see me. But he gives Laura his MP3 player for the night. Logan and Unc finish fixing the water, but the guys who turned it off done pulled up. And I can't even lie, I can see why they turned off the water now. They talking to bro like he's a clanker in the next 100 years. And this scene really just goes to show how tough Logan is. Brody about 196 and still jacked. Me and him are twins for real, got the same build and everything. But Brody pulls out the rifle, got his first pull and started feeling nice just to get grabbed, no shot, and breaks it, telling them to leave. And the sync up play is insane. I know you guys ain't even peeped that. Unc done already pulled out the pole the second he saw the play. acts. Incredible. This is what you call an elite two-man right here. But we cut back to the crib. Logan pulls up on Charles and Laura sleeping, and Charles is over here pouring out his heart to bro. But he looks up and
Who the fuck is this nigga?
Undone gave Logan a new fade and some grey away real quick for saving him, cause that last cut was horrendous. It's effed up what they be doing to y'all. But whoever this is puts his hand on Charles's chest and it's GG's. Laura pulls up attacking him. Gio runs in from the commotion and hits Brody with a bat to the face just to do a total of 0 damage. And he gon' murk him on the spot. Turns out this is the better weapon that the company was working on and the reason they shut down the project with the kids. And the rest of this scene is so insanely sad, I can't even lie, it had me watching like these. Cause X-24 is carrying Laura out, the mum pulls up with the shorty and the dad pulls up just to hear a gunshot in the back. Running up to see his wife cooked, and boo nigga, sending bro falling down the stairs. No! Why you do that? That's my guy! They really murked the only black people we see all movie. This is crazy. Them boys Dr. Rice and Donald watching in the van like these. Heard there were Africans in the crib and like Captain America peeping a black opponent was talking about some. If there was anyone else in the crib, it would have been a different story, and y'all will see why I say this in a minute. Cause X-24 walks down the stairs past Logan staring bro in the face. Got that boy Logan in straight confusion. Out of all hair choices, bro decided on a buzz cut, messing up his whole reputation. But Logan goes up the stairs to check on Charles, telling him that it wasn't him, and as X-24 is pulling up to the van, the cowboy niggas from before pull up trying to get their get back. And this right here is why I said what I said earlier, cause X-24 cuts off Brody's head and starts to cook the rest of them, and Dr. Rice is over here talking about some
Need to intervene.
nigga, what about 30 seconds ago when he was cooking an entire innocent family? Bro was out here in the van talking about some incredible. Now he's trying to call bro back to stop him from violating his homies. The racism is crazy. Anyways, Logan puts Charles in the van, but it was too late, with his last words being the Sunseeker, which was the boat they were going by to sail off into the high seas and hide from everyone that was trying to find them. RIP to a real one. 13 movies of him in it has now come to an end right here. One of the goats for real. But as X-24 is cooking everyone, Caliban grabs some bombs and sets them off inside the van, cooking himself and like one other person. RIP. We got like 2 deaths in the space of 2 minutes. This is crazy. But Logan pulls up on his clone and the squabble star. That boy spamming straight heavy attack after heavy attack just to do a total of 7 damage each time. He even gets hit in the neck and a superplex. He about 190. The back pain gotta be crazy right now. The clone then tries to take off his head just to get blocked. Got the claws rubbing together, sounding like a fork on the plate. This has to be top 5 noises on the planet. Logan then gets out, weave. But they continue squabbling and Logan just can't keep up. He's literally fighting a younger and more athletic version of himself. Just like Michael Jordan and Anthony Edwards running the ones, it just wouldn't be fair. He then hits him in the armpit, telling him to put some deodorant on, flips him onto a tire, gets ready to cook him, but a car pulls up out of nowhere, pushing bro into whatever this is. I'm thinking Laura done got out the cuffs and started driving the V like these, just for it to be unk. That boy has to have all the willpower in the world. I don't know how he's still walking right now. But he pulls out the shorty and gets straight to work. Blast after blast. This was looking like Roy Mustang levels of get back. He finishes off with a headshot and turns around to Logan and ups the pole on him as well. And he actually tried to shoot it just for the gun to be out of ammo. I don't even blame bro. Invited you to his crib and now this has happened. I would up the pole too. But he collapses on the ground dying. Logan picks up Laura, putting her in the truck, driving off, and they escape. This whole ordeal was just way too sad. I can't even lie, the whole family got smoked for no reason. This whole scene was really how Flint did that one family in the movie, slimed them out with a jolly ass smile on his face. This nigga is crazy. But we cut to the next day as Dr. Rice heals up X-24 and Logan and Laura bury Charles, with Logan saying it's got water, insinuating that because they were meant to go out to sea so that Charles could live out the rest of his days off the meds and away from people whenever he had an attack, he buried him near some water. We got educational reacts in the building. Had to get my English teacher bag real quick. But he then goes back to the car trying to get it to start up, but it don't work. Got Brody tweaking on the V, hitting the Sam with Wiki before collapsing on the ground. Laura watching, talking about some he's lost, man. He don't got a clue in the effing world, I can tell. But Logan then wakes up in the doctor's room. They leave and turns out Laura done drove Brody here herself after stealing a whip, done hit someone with a GTA move. This is crazy. But they get in the V, Logan says thank you, and turns out she could speak this whole time, talking about something other. Got that boy Logan tweaking just to get shouted at in Spanish. Apparently she said something around, how can I speak when you're always shouting at me, I think. But after shouting at him a bunch, Logan eventually decides to take her to North Dakota. Bro had no choice, either get cooked by them here or get cooked by them near Canada. At least there he gon' have a chance. The Canadians gon' scare away Dr. Rice and Donald with their accents. But we then cut to Donald fixing his hand, and turns out Brody done stole one of Laura's pictures with the coordinate to the spot on the back of it. Brody got a throat tat of a skeleton. Deadly neck is crazy. Shout out to all my gay niggas. But we cut back to the squad and Logan is over here sleeping while driving. Brody got about 30 minutes of sleep, has no bread, and Charles was talking about 6'7" the other day. I would look like these too. But he eventually falls asleep with Laura taking over the wheel after allowing Bro to nap for a bit, and he wakes up in the desert, gets out the V to see Laura calling him up to the spot. They actually made it, and there's other kids here. Logan couldn't believe his eyes, like guys after hearing what their shorties be asking for, he fainted on the spot, talking about he needs to make 100k a year minimum just for her to look like Drewski in a bonnet. But he gets pulled up by the kids and faints again. Can't believe he saw a celebrity in the flesh. We got Brody from the Harry Potter movies here. Logan got to glazing instantly, but he then wakes up again to the kids helping him out. They trying to inject bro with compound V, gon' give bro an extra claw out of his butt. So I ain't taking that. We really got guys wanting to take compound V in real life. They hoping for Spider-Man just to get turned into Webweaver. Get a load of these guys. But this is how you know he actually cares for Laura, cause he asks where she is instantly, and after finding out she's asleep, he goes back to sleep as well. Hey, W father. But he then wakes back up that night having nightmares, straight tweaking in his sleep. Had a nightmare he was a part of the Magic Johnson and D-Wade duo for the day. But he wakes up seeing Laura sitting there as well, and they end up bonding over their trauma, with Logan showing her the adamantium bullet and telling her the reason why he kept it. And we then cut to the next day as the kids are cutting bro's beard as he sleeps. They really professional barbers done gave bro the OG Wolverine cut. Brody from the grown-ups needs to hit them up, get whatever that is off the top of his head. Barber make a straight bank off him. Got done with the trim, he asked if it's okay. Brody in the seat talking about perfect. Nigga, no it's not. And that cut really made bro look 20 years younger. This is why people say a cut is a man's makeup. You can really go from looking like these to these, and this can't be the same person. Barber out here saving lives. This is beautiful. Ruby then starts to show Laura where they're heading, and he tries to give Logan the money, but he tells him to keep it. They need it more than him. That boy Ruby ain't give no pushback or nothing, said bet and kept it pushing. Logan bout mad as hell. He only said that so he could look like the good guy. Was expecting him to hit the no, I want you to keep the money. Lost that one 30k. I know he bout tight as hell. But we then fast forward to later that night, and I ain't gonna lie, it's nice to see the fact that Laura actually cares about Logan as well, cause she comes in upset cause she knows she'll probably never see him again, and she's worried about where he will go. Aww. But anywho, he then wakes up the next day to see that all of them are already gone. They done hit bro with the reverse deadbeat dad, hit bro with the
Looks like we're out of milk. I'll be right back.
And bro, who at Disney really let this slide? And this is just after an argument with his son. Just know he ain't pulled back up with no milk. But Logan then peeps a bunch of drones heading the way that the kids went, hits the enhanced zoom to see with the binoculars, and peeps a bunch of cars following them as well. Bro instantly grabbed the compound V and started to chase after. We cut to the kids and they is over here getting hawked down by a bunch of grown ass men. They talking about some why you running with AR-15s in their hands. Nigga, why you think?
No.
They didn't have to do my dog that bad. Put a camera on him and told him to run as fast as he could. This is sad. But as Logan is running, he realizes that he is way too old for this. He had to run a whole 8 miles just to get here, and he ain't even caught up yet. So he decides to take the compound V. Ain't even take a drop. Brody injected the whole bottle. He gonna be spazzing out like these in the next 5 minutes. But the kids here roll in the background, and all I've got to say is that boy was moving. peep the form, he out there running with Usain Bolt himself. Ain't ever felt this light in his life. This how guys be the second they hear snow bunnies are gonna be at the function. He then pulls up in record time, slice to the face, cut the gun, another one, and he's just out here straight frying. Peep bro, take flight. Why is everything he does so clean? And now he's officially tweaking, but he continues running, pulls up on Laura surrounded.
Who the fuck is this nigga?
Give me that shit, nigga.
Taking out the guy in the truck, slice to the face, and they is out here hitting team combos. Incredible. But a bunch will then pull up. Two-piece, Laura jumps off his back to get the third, and this was just so tough to see, it's insane. They is out here getting violated by a father and daughter. Like, just imagine this coming right towards you. But they finished taking out all the guards and the compound V is already wearing off. He got about 5 minutes of boost. What kind of potion is this? But Logan then tells Laura to go and hide and wait for the signal as he reveals himself to Donald and Dr. Rice. They get to talking and out of nowhere, he gon' pop bro in the neck and hit Donald in the hand. Brody quick drew the pole. This is crazy. I ain't never seen Wolverine with a gun, but he got the aim on lock. And this was actually the signal as Laura gets straight to work as well. And of course, they gave the only black superpowered kid in the whole movie electric powers. This is getting out of hand. We already got black lightning, storm and static. Now this nigga, they really peeped a black kid walking down the road and said, I got just the thing for you. But Logan then starts to walk down Donald and he gon' pull out X-24. He was really waiting in the truck, waiting to be released like these. They start squabbling and yet again it's just a mismatch. That boy getting thrown around like a ragdoll. Bro in the back hitting parkour moves for no reason. This was not tough. But Logan then hits him in the face with the door, goes to murk him just for X-24 to get an attribute boost after seeing Dr. Rice dead. Dog, what type of +5 attribute is this? But Laura then tags in and I ain't gonna lie, she was straight cooking bro. Peep the kickback into a bunch of footsteps and dog, why is she this nice? Got X-24 tweaking on the ground, getting straight fried. This is barbecue chicken. The kids then take out Donald using all their powers. Shorty over here putting up no stats, hit her with a mean face, bro leave. And Ruby lifts up the truck, crushing X-24 with it, and that is now game over.
Oh no. I say when we're done.
And he starts to drag Logan all the way to the broken tree and impales him on one of the branches. He goes to finish him off, but Laura comes in clutch, hitting Brody with the adamantium bullet that Logan showed her earlier, and this is now officially game over. And the rest of this scene was really just so sad to watch for real. You can see how much they bonded throughout the movie. Had me watching like these, I just couldn't believe it. Cause Laura cuts bro off the tree and I'ma just let it play out.
This is what it feels like.
Oh my god, my Shayla.
And Logan officially dies with Laura calling him daddy. RIP to one of the goals. An era of 11 movies had now come to an end. Peak, that's all I've got to say, just peak. So they then bury him with Laura reciting some lines she heard in a movie, and I'm crying, why nobody give a heck? They upped and left with no care in the world, like bro ain't just saved them 2 seconds ago. These little kids really have no filter, they just don't care. Laura then goes to leave but comes back to change the sticks to an X for X-Men, and this is now the end of the movie. Sensational. I ain't gonna lie, this may just be the saddest Marvel movie I done ever watched. There was way too many real niggas gone. I feel like this is worse than Infinity War, cause in that movie we low-key knew they were gonna come back one way or another. But this was just ball game. Everyone was cooked. But this was really an amazing movie from start to finish, straight peak. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the vid. All glory to God, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.